All right, I am live. I'm excited. I'm live. Yes, I am. This is Keith Russell Lee, spiritual teacher and senior minister of the Destiny Center for Spiritual Empowerment. I'm also a best-selling author, and I am a business leader. And I am psyched. I'm jazzed and juiced. You've decided to join me today. And on this segment, I'm going to be talking about taking action. That's right. The importance of taking action in looking at the biblical and spiritual law of demonstration. Now, a lot of people get so, excited about, these principles and tools that I teach about, and you fill up their notebooks and they're excited. But my friend, the key to really creating the life you desire and deserve, for you to create that phenomenal or extraordinary life, it all starts when you put into action that which you are learning. Matter of fact, I really believe this. It's not really even learning unless it's applied. Because people will talk about, oh, I go to this place and man, I'm learning and I'm growing. Well, listen, the best way to learn and to grow is not in just my intellectual development, but in my application in those things being demonstrated in my life. So that's what this is going to talk about. And I'm going to be talking about some points, and I'm sharing from my signature book, The 14 Principles to Power, Faith, and Living. This is my signature book from 2005, where I talk about the 14th principle that I talk about in the book is the law of demonstration. Or let me put it another way, it's action. It's putting into action, practicing what you preach. Now, I use a verse here out of James 2:17. It says that in the same way, faith by itself, it is not accompanied by action, is dead. My friend, you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not putting it into action, what good is it? What good is having all of these books and tapes and CDs and DVDs and downloads, and I'm not operating in it? There's so many people that I know and that I've dealt with over the years. They get the products, they come to the seminars, the workshops, the services, but their lives never change because they're not putting it into action. I want you to know, if you're watching this now, begin to put things into action. I write here, the law of demonstration. What is the law of demonstration? What is this action thing? The law of demonstration is God's power being manifested in the life of the individual. It is the display of God within the individual. Demonstration occurs in a variety of ways. It is a walking in the fullness of God. It is the walking in his blessings, prosperity, health, and goodness in every aspect of our lives. Now, I want you to know one thing, my friend. You have the absolute right to create a life of love, of health, of happiness, success, prosperity, abundance, and wealth in your life. Matter of fact, that is the spiritual kingdom that you're able to walk in now. Jesus taught us to pray. He says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Well, what is that kingdom? It's the kingdom of life, Zoe, a life that is enriched, fulfilled, meaningful, and purposeful with resources. It is a life that has love and health and happiness, success, prosperity, abundance, and wealth. That is the kingdom. And you have access to that if you demonstrate it and take action. Most of us have intellectual assent of this. Yes, we are able to grasp it mentally, but yet it's not about grasping mentally. It's not just about reading the book, and yes, read the book, but it's about us walking in it. Because if I say that God wants us to walk in the fullness of life, I've got to now start walking in the fullness of life, of love, of health, of happiness, success, prosperity, abundance, and wealth. It's demonstrating that within our lives. It's taking action, taking action. let me share a couple of points that I want to share with you. It's that, that it's all about demonstration, folks. It's all about demonstration. That's number one. It's all about demonstration of the principles of spiritual law. If I talk about, oh, I'm a spiritual being created and made in the likeness and the image of God. I understand that I'm a spiritual being created and made in the likeness and image of God, living in a spiritual universe that's governed by spiritual law. And if I am operating in a universe that's governed by spiritual law, I've got to operate in it. Folks, it's amazing because many of us look outside of ourselves for miracles. We look outside of ourselves for signs and wonders, and we look outside of ourselves. Oh gosh, I want to have love, and I want to have great health and happiness and success, prosperity, abundance, and wealth. We look outside of ourselves when the reality of the fact you already have it. It's inside of you, and it's already manifested on the spiritual in the spiritual realm. But it's up to us to manifest it in our lives, to take action and to walk in it. Jesus said this. He says that when you pray, believe that you have received it and it shall be yours. Those theologians call that proleptic existence. It is walking in the fullness of God now. My friend, how are we able to do that? Just do it. That's why these resources that I write, 14 Principles of Power, Faith, and Living. The reason why my latest book, The Destiny System, a spiritual guide to creating the life you desire and deserve. And even I share my walk in my memoir, Confessions of a Baptist Preacher and Lessons Learned the Hard Way. I was ordained Baptist many years ago. And so I want to share these things with you. But what good is reading all of this and knowing all of this if it's not being demonstrated in your life? It's about taking action. It's about taking action. It's about bearing forth the fruit. I've got to a certain point in my life and ministry where I now tell people that it's, my thing is that I don't want to have an argument about theology. I don't want to have an argument about, principles and trying to demonstrate how heavy or deep that I am. Or telling these wives' tales and these stories, man, and being a masterful preacher. I'm more interested in you bearing forth fruit in your life. I'm interested in you having the God kind of life, that Zoe, a life that is enriched, fulfilled, meaningful, and purposeful with resources. And folks, it's about the spiritual principles in us demonstrating these things in our lives. It's all about the principles. It's all about demonstration. Now, the second thing that I just want to share, just kind of in point, is that you've got to take action. You've got to take action. Well, I don't know what to do. Well, get the tools that you need. Get the resources that you need that'll give you. That's why I teach. That's why I want you to go to my website because I've got tools there, krlm.org. And I can share with you step by step how to create the life you desire and deserve. I can share with you the tools and the resources by which you to have that life and love and health, happiness, success, prosperity, abundance, and wealth in your life. However, my friend, you've got to be able to take action. Take action. Matter of fact, maybe many of you are even watching this video right now and you're still not taking action. You're, okay, oh, this is really good. I'm going to share this. And matter of fact, share this with others. Give me some thumbs up. Show me some love. You got any questions? Let me be able to know. But folks, it does not matter if you do any of that. You've got to take action. You've got to demonstrate it. Okay, what is number 3? Preparation is taking action even though it seems as inactivity. Preparation is taking action even when it seems as inactivity. Have you ever, I know I've been there. I mean, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go. But yet the doors are not open yet in that place. It's like the story of they were needing rain, and the prophet tells them to go dig ditches. And what is that? The digging ditch? Well, I mean, it's not raining. I mean, we're waiting for rain, and you're telling us to dig ditches. and and it seems like it's inactivity, right? Or needless activity, but really in that activity, it is in preparation for the real demonstration, right? And so there are times when we have to prepare. There's times when even that preparation seems that it's not, manifesting, or how is this in relation to my manifestation? I need the rain now, and you're telling me for the next 3 days I've got to dig a ditch. Doesn't make sense to me. But yet, when we operate out of spiritual wisdom, it makes all the sense of the world because we are expecting. We are expecting. So it's important to understand that preparation is taking action, even though it seems as inactivity or needless activity. Now, what's number four? Number four, you must be bold and audacious in your demonstration. Now, this is something that I've had to learn over the years because because people tell you, you gotta be humble and don't be a braggadocious on yourself, baby. Just go ahead and just let the Lord do His thing. That's the way they would talk. And the reality of the fact is, my friend, that when God is operating in you and through you, you've got to be bold and audacious. You've got to be able to know, even if you're waiting in an activity as I'm digging that ditches, I know that the rain is going to fall. I know that if I am in a holding pattern, it may not look like much to you, but I am declaring and decreeing I'm walking in it now. I used to say this back when I was in college. People would say, Keith, you walk around like you own the joint. You walk around as if you don't have two thin dimes to rub together in your pocket, but you walk around like you are somebody. Recently I saw somebody bless me and they says, oh, he's Mr. All that, and you're heaven right. I am all of that, because when God is operating in you, you've got to be bold and audacious. You've got to be able to speak it. You know what? All of the prophets, including Jesus, they were not some mealy mouth. Oh, I'm humble. I'm not sharing. I'm not this and that and the other. They were bold and audacious. They declared the power of God operating in them and through them. Elijah, it is going to rain. Elijah, my God is bigger than your God, and his fire will consume your fire. Elijah, hey, make the cruse of oil and make my cake first and know that God is going to bless you. I mean, you can go on down the line. Moses, let my people go. They were bold and audacious. My friend, you've got to get bold and audacious about your demonstration and your action. Well, what if it don't happen? The heaven with that. You've got to be bold and audacious and know that it will. That's operating in faith. I know I'm preaching today. It's being bold and audacious in walking in the fullness of all that God has for you. So being bold and audacious in your demonstration. Demonstration this is number 5, the fifth thing I want to share. It's walking your talk. Folks don't want to just, I love that song, Bruno Mars. Don't believe me, just watch. Everybody talks. Matter of fact, Napoleon Hill had said deeds before, deeds before words, or actions before words, And so, everybody wants to talk. Oh, I'm this and that and the other. Da, 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 da. Operate in power. Demonstrate. Walk your talk. Walk your talk. This is some good stuff, isn't it? Let me share one last thing. A lot of people that I know are into metaphysics, as I am a metaphysician. Metaphysics is just simply going deeper into the scriptures. It's going deeper and seeing the principle and drawing that principle out and operating in that principle. But many people that I found out that are really heavy and deep metaphysicians are they metaphysical, as I heard one minister say. They metaphysical because they never apply it to their lives and they fizzle out. My friend, I'm telling you, it's all about demonstration and action. Today, I want you to get so psyched, jazzed, and juiced that you are ready to apply it to your life and you're ready to rock and roll. Your life can change just like that. Your life can move forward just like that. A lot of times when I go into businesses in the past or when I'm working and coaching with individuals, the reality of the fact is all that I do is I put together an action plan. I put together an action plan and said, now do this. And businesses show 20% increase in the first month in their sales. People begin to be able to have quantifiable difference in their lives. Why? And what did I do? All I did was develop an action plan for their life. And they were able to operate in that. So, my friend, I'm sharing with you the importance of you demonstrating. You demonstrating and taking action in your life. And I want you to take action with something right now. In these next few minutes, I'm going to make an offer to you. In these next few minutes, I'm making an offer. If you go to my website, it's right here, krlm.org. Go and do on the button that says sow. I want to sow. And first of all, I want you to take action about sowing into your own life. Let me say that. This is about you sowing into your own life. It's about you taking charge of your own life. Now, you can be able to sit around, complain, and talk about this is not this and that and the other, so forth and so on. I don't know how to do it. I don't have anybody to put me in the water. I don't have anybody to show me. Folks, I want to sow into your life these 3 books and resources. This is over 600 pages of resources that will be able to give you the tools, the strategies necessary for you to create the life you desire and deserve. This book alone, The Destiny System, will give you the system of how you can be able to create that. And inside of 30 days, your life will be unrecognizable. This book, a companion to that, which is my signature book, The 14 Principles of Power, Faith, and Living, itself will be able to give you the principles and show you how to operate in those principles. And then to show that I'm not just some flash in the pan, my memoir that'll share with you my journey as a Baptist preacher that became a New Thought Christian, and in terms of all that I've gone through in terms of my life to get to the point to where I am. I want to make these things available to you as you sow a minimum seed of $50 into this ministry. You may decide that you want to sow more, 100, whatever, $200 or more into the ministry. But I want to be able to sow this into your life and give you the tools and the strategies necessary for you to create a phenomenal life, the life that you desire and deserve. So go to my website, krlm.org. And until next time, this is Keith Russell Lee saying, live with faith and power and keep on creating that phenomenal life. Bye now.